plant community. Thanks for tuning into this channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Pam, and for those of you that keep continuously following me along weekly on my plant journey, thank you so much for coming back. So this one, you guys, I guess it would be classified as a chilled video, so to speak. I want to actually tackle some things here in my sunroom, some things that I've been putting off because of course, you know, life get in the way, and you know, I have a job and sometimes I don't have the time, and also too, I can also be a procrastinator at times. And so there's some chores in here that been on my list, and I kind of want to check them off today because it's kind of a dreary day outside and it's still early, so I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to do so, and I just wanted to bring you guys along. So let's just jump into these chores. If you guys want to do some planty chores along with me, let's just jump right into the dirt and get our hands dirty, shall we? So let's just go. So guys, you see my beautiful Philodendron Brazil that's just growing so wonderfully on the wall. If you take a look at some of the leaves are curling, which means they need a drink. One of the things I've noticed, you guys, is with this particular plant, I've been watering it a little bit more than normal. So I already knew that I needed to repot it. I was trying to wait until the growing season, but I just need to do it. So I need to repot it while all these leaves are still affixed to the wall. So yeah, let's just jump into that. Okay, so you guys, I will be off camera, but you will be seeing exactly what I'm doing here. And basically, you guys, I am going to use this clear planter. I love the clear pots because you can actually see the root growth, and I kind of am curious to see it with this one because it's such a vigorous grower. In here, right here, you guys, I actually have my potting mix. So it's basically 50% regular potting soil. I have 15% equal parts of orchid bark, pumice, and perlite. Now, do you need this, guys? No, you do not. You do not need all of this for drainage. Perlite would be just as fine, but I really am starting to love the orchid bark. The fact that it has charcoal and other parts in it for good drainage, I really am in love with it. And plus also too, because I know I am a very heavy waterer, it's just in my best interest to use the planting medium. Oh, and look, you guys, I wonder, you see these roots coming out of the pot? So let's see. Remember, these leaves is affixed to the wall, so this is where it gets a little tricky. I can't just trying to there it is. Let's take a look. Okay, so as you can see, it is somewhat root bound. I mean, it's not severely root bound, but I knew something was going on with the roots, and I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to leave it alone and just stick it in here and backfill it somewhat. The roots will find a way. Getting rid of some of these dead crispy leaves that I've seen. Okay, so let me get that going. So I know for a fact, now that I'm up potting it a bit, this growing season, it should probably really take off and grow. And I really can't wait to, I need to get a little bit of dirt out of here. I really can't wait till I get the leaves to really be going all the way around this sunroom. Yes, that's better. it would really be nice. I've put this off so long, you guys. Are y'all a procrastinator like me? Or is it, I mean, truth be told, you guys, are we procrastinators, or is it just that life just gets in the way? I would want to say life gets in the way. Now also too, I'm using this completely dried, and I probably should wear a mask because the dust is flying and you don't want to inhale it too much. I know I don't. So yeah, let me move this over. This will eventually get settled. Let's see. But if you can see, you see all the roots, well, all the grow points. This is a very fast plant. I'm telling you, really proud of this plant. The way it just made a serious comeback. And I did the old school, bobby pin method to kind of make the pot fuller, and it worked. So I don't really need it now. I might as well take these out so they can be released and grow free and happy. So what do you think? Yeah, it'll like that. And I'll give that a drink a little later. You know what, I'll give it a drink now, because these leaves, you guys, not only do the leaves curl up, but as you get a little familiar, you will notice that the leaf texture itself changes. So it's already a somewhat thin leaf philodendron, but you can really tell when it needs water because it feels even thinner. So yeah, pay attention to that, you guys, your newcomers. If you're just starting your plant journey, get familiar with the feel of your plants. I decided to water it now because I may forget to water this baby when I get finished my plant chores, so it's best to do it now. Let's see. They just really will appreciate it. Be able to soak up all that nutrients. So that's that. So my next project, as you can see, this beautiful pink princess that I have is on this moss pole, and I need to actually fill it up. So these moss poles, you guys, really starting to like this. It's the plastic ones. I should have probably filled it up when I first started connecting it, but I initially just stopped there. I don't know why I did, but I did. So anyway, trying to get it full. This, by the way, is already a pre-moistened sphagnum moss that I'm using, and I just needed to fill this up. So I need to do it now, because as you can see, the plant is growing nicely. Well, it's been a fast grower, even though this variegation is spotty, to say the least. I'm pretty much in love with this plant. I think some of you guys in the plant community may be falling out of love with the pink princess, but I haven't yet. Y'all comment below, let me know how you feel about that pink princess. Do you still love it, or are you a little slightly disappointed because it may not be giving you that beautiful pink variegation that we anticipated to get? I have some variegation on this plant, and this leaf right here, even though you won't be able to see it, it's the last one that actually, you see that, has that splash of pink there. But this is the latest leaf, and it really doesn't have any. It has like one little, like a speckle of it. But I don't mind because I am a sucker for also the dark leaves. So still a beautiful plant to me. Yeah. So y'all let me know what y'all thoughts is on this. Okay, I'm making kind of a mess, but I definitely can clean that up a little later. Just vacuum my floor. But yeah, it's just been this entire winter season, and I don't know if it's due credit to the Sancy light that I have, but it has not seemed to go dormant. Maybe our pink princesses went dormant, for those of you that actually experience winter. A true form of winter, that is. Okay, so I'm pushing it down because I want it to come out. And also too, I'm going to try to see if I can squeeze a cup. Wait a minute, you guys. I had a cup. I don't know what I did with it. Let's see. A little bit more. You know, it could be loose. You know, do you pack your sphagnum moss when you do your moss poles? Are you doing it real compact, or are you making it light? For me, it depends on what I'm using. With this right here, because of these beautiful, I say V-like holes, I want the sphagnum moss to somewhat come out a little bit so that it can encourage growth. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but you know, we can always try, right? Let's see. My last thing I want to do is these cups. You guys, I saw this on one of the plant tubers. Is it the Plant Haven? I think it was her channel that she does these cups, and I just thought that was a very smart way of maintaining the moisture to your moss pole. And I've been trying that method with some of them that's actually inside my home. So I really like that idea. It's very convenient, and you know, the plastic ones, which is really nice, I think. I like how it encased and kind of like hold the moisture a little bit better. This is something new that I'm trying out, so I really didn't want to speak too much on it because I haven't been using them that long to say yay or nay. But I'm not a big fan of the cocoa core poles, even though I do have some as part of my collection. Because I don't know, I just don't really care too much for them. They're not the best. But what do you think? I think that's pretty cool. And you know what? It's too bad. It's a shame. I would actually leave it up here, but I have other little small plants that I usually put here, so this is really taking up a lot of space. So I kind of put that back. So I'm glad that's done. Okay, guys, let's take a look at this baby right here. This is my emerald red philodendron that you see, and I want to change it off of this makeshift moss pole. I don't know why, I don't care too much for the aesthetics of it anymore, and so I'm gonna swap it out with the cocoa core. Now, I told you guys I don't really like the cocoa core, but I brought them, so I want to use them, at least for this plant. You know, this really should be like a two-man job. But what can you do when you don't have assistance? You just make do, right? That's what I say. And what I plan on actually doing with the this makeshift one is the moss pole itself. I'm gonna I guess, repurpose the sphagnum moss that's in here. And I probably will use it and put it in one of my plastic ones, my plastic moss poles. So, or I can shorten this one and flatten it out. So the possibilities, I don't know quite yet what I want to do, but I'm only changing it out because, one, not really liking the look of it. I mean, yeah, I'm just not liking the look of it, to be honest with you guys. Ooh, okay, this is where it gets a little dicey. I do not want this to break. So, oh boy. It's like octopus time. This would be the best time. Dang. Let's see. The best time. You know what? Let me tie this. Wait a minute, you guys. It's getting a little. Let me try. Oops. Let's see. Let me hold this plant. Oh, shoot. Okay. So it was attached to some of the roots real good. Look what I did, you guys. I'll fix that a little later. That's not a problem. I can actually pot that up separately. So that's what happens when you rush, right? So, also I had this stake right here. But it really wasn't giving it that much support. And I have these rocks to kind of like anchor it a little bit. I hope I didn't destroy the plant. But it will definitely tell me in a few days. If I did, if something went haywire, I definitely will let you guys know. I think I'm still going to put the stick back in here to give it support and kind of tie it somewhat. I have some more extensions, so let's see. More than likely I'm going to fast forward through this. This may be a little boring to you guys. Okay, so that's the finished product. What you guys think? I think it looked a little bit better. You see that dirt on the floor? I'm going to have to get that out. Guys, I wanted to show you something real quick. I had recently did a propagation with this. I chopped the top cutting right here because it was just all the way up and it wasn't getting any support, so I chopped it. But I just wanted to show you guys, look what happened when I did chop it. You see that? That's a growing out. That's a new growth point that's coming from the actual roots right here. So we should be getting another leaf. And hopefully too, it should be a little bit thicker than this stem. And I'm saying that because that's what happened the first time. Let me see if I can show you guys right here what I mean. See this right here? This is where I cut it at before. And look at the stem. It's really small. And then when another leaf came out, see how much thicker it's gotten. So I'm hoping that it will do the same up here. So on to the next chore. Let's see. Wow, I like this angle a little bit better. I may have to change that up. But I have a couple more things that I need to do, and I'm going to move you guys down below so you can actually see exactly what I need to do. It's actually three more things I need to do, so I'm bringing y'all along. I don't know how long this video is, it's going to be, or whatever the case is, but if you're still hanging out with me, thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging in there with me, and I may actually show you a little teeny bit of updates if you're able to make it to the end. So come on, let's just hang in there with me. This right here, you guys, is my Peperomia obtusifolia. I think it was supposed to be lemon lime, but the variegation in it is very subtle, to say the least. But anyway, you see how wild it looks. I want to try to, I think it's really expanding or reaching out on the sides, as you can see how wide it is on the side. I kind of want to combine it or push it up a little bit. So I have this twine that I'm gonna tie it up with. I want to make it like bushy, but not really out there like that. So let's see. At first I was going to chop it, but I really love how full it is. I don't really want to do that unless I have to. Now, of course, you know, sometimes you need to cut it, prune it for the overall health of the plant. But I just feel like that's not the case with this yet. I don't even know. The string probably is going to make it look a little ugly, but I don't know. Maybe I can kind of hide it. Probably can't. It's so hard to see. You know, I kind of want the string to be pulled together, but without suffocating the plant, so to speak, if that makes any sense. Okay, I think I got it at the desired. I hope I'm not hurting the plant. But they will let you know. This plant will tell me if I'm hurting it, trust me. Do y'all grow the obtusifolia in your home? If so, drop a comment below. I would love to know. Is yours grown wild like this? If I cut it, I know it's just going to make it bushier too. But there may be a piece that I see myself actually cutting. Let me show y'all. I like it a little bit compact, but let me just show you. Okay, kind of like up in my face type of situation. Okay, so, wow, I'm kind of close, you guys, I know. But, see what I kind of did? I tied it together so it can not be reaching so far out. But there are some tips. I think this right here, I am gonna, this whole branch, I think I am gonna cut. And let's see, I may cut this, and I think I'm gonna, yeah, let me go ahead and do that, because I can always propagate. And I think I am. You know what? I'm wondering if I could just put it back in this soil. I've never done that before, so that will definitely be new. At this point I don't have anything to lose because this plant is beautiful. It's definitely full. So, and it's dry, and the soil is dry, which it gives me an ample opportunity to actually stick it in here and give it a nice drink. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I have my shears. And you know me, guys, I always use the sanitary wipes. So I'm going to just cut at the node Isn't that beautiful? You know, I may just root this in water because I might just go ahead and make a whole nother plant by itself. I can actually give it to a friend too, which I think they would really appreciate this. My friend is like a new plant person. I don't know if she's an enthusiast yet, at least not like me, but maybe I'll work on her, we'll see. But I'm gonna cut this too. Cut this. Okay, this one as well. I don't know, don't that look nice? Do y'all think I should cut it right here? I'm thinking I should, instead of just putting it in water and letting the roots. I can make 3 plants out of it. But what do y'all think? Should I cut it? I think I should. Decisions. Isn't that pretty? It's a beautiful plant. Honestly, you guys, I gotta say, I haven't really had any, knock on wood. Let me knock on it. I haven't had any issues with this plant. Don't want to. But usually, every time I water this plant, I do spray it down. Put it in my kitchen sink. Just use my sprayer and spray it down. Okay, but you see what I mean? Like, I cut the ones that was kind of like pushing out on the side, and I think it's actually going to be better, or at least look fuller. I used to have it hanging in the window, but what I did notice that some of the leaves were becoming a little bit chlorotic. I think it's too much. The sun here was just too harsh. I don't know. It's very beautiful. I love it. So I'm just going to put it back. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. In this pot that I usually have on the floor. I just got it in here. And I'll just water it a little later because it is bone dry. And I will put these in water. And let's see, with this one right here, since this part is the node, I'm gonna have to sacrifice this leaf and just snap it off. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know if I'm not sure. Can I just put this in dirt? Or will it die? Maybe that's an experiment. Experiment time. Okay, so that, and I think I'm gonna go ahead. Yep. No guts, no glory, right? And I just cut that off, and I'm gonna just plop all 3 of these in water. But before I do that, I'll just set it to the side and just let some air get to it first before I actually put it in water. Now, I had a couple other things that I needed to get done. Isn't it satisfying, you guys, when you're able to actually get some of your chores completed? I'm glad I did it. It's still early, so I don't feel like I'm overwhelmed or anything like that. But let me just stop talking because I tend to talk and not work. I need to start doing both. Give me a second. Okay, so I'm going to bring you guys' attention down to the table. I have this self-watering pot, you guys, that I wanted to kind of like downsize this aglaonema, or no, not aglaonema, it's a Homalomena Selby. This plant has been, I don't know, it's just been giving, it's such a beautiful plant, it's a shame, but it's really been giving me a lot of issues, a lot of problems, and I just think that this plant does not like the care that I am able to give, no matter what I do. So I'm not gonna change anything. I just wanted to take it out of this big pot and put it in here. I have it I've been trying to grow it in leca because it was really declining when it was in soil. Like the leaves was dying. Now I switched it over to the leca, and what I've noticed in the leca is that the plant, goodness, what I noticed when I was growing it in the leca is that I really wasn't having any issues with the leaves just constantly falling off. But I'm still having an issue, you guys, with the, I guess the crispiness of the leaves. I have it, I took it out of, I had it in my dining room at one point in time. And I took it out of the dining room and brought it in here. And it's been doing a little bit better, I guess, but it's still, yeah, I'm going to pull this off. You see that? It's kind of, sorry guys, with the camera. Yeah, I think I'm going to pull some of this off. But, I don't know. I don't want to really bump up my humidifier any more than I want to. So I think that could be the reason why the leaves are just crisping up. But some people say, I don't know, if you have this plant, let me know, is it an easy care for you? Because I don't know, I've just been on a roller coaster with this plant. And I don't want to give up on it because it's such a beautiful plant, man. I just really love it. But look at all, I don't know, can y'all see that? All these white, like, growth points here and there. Isn't that cool? So, I'm just wiping some of this stuff off. I don't think it's doing anything bad to the plant. I just like picking that stuff. And I'm just taking a look at some of the roots. Like this is, yeah. Yeah, this is not. Okay, so I'm going to have to trim some of the roots, which is okay. Especially the ones that seem like, yeah, they may be mushy. Let's see. Yeah, sometimes it's best to start over. You know, when I put my sunroom, like on my Instagram, you guys, and I get a lot of comments about how beautiful it is. And I really do love the space. It's very relaxing. This is where I come when I want to meditate or just listen to my thoughts, calm down. You know, I have my cup of coffee in the morning on the weekends, and I can unwind in the evening with, you know, a glass of wine possibly, or even tea, anything that's relaxing. But anyway, I get a lot of comments about how nice it is, and my sunroom, I am very blessed to have the opportunity to even have one. I do not want to dismiss that, but I gotta say, you guys, and of course, with whether you have a sunroom or not, if you have a lot of plants, it is work. But I like doing what I'm doing. I love caring for my plants. I don't look at it as work. So I'm just saying to you guys out there, your heart really has to be in it in order for you to continuously do this, because actually caring for your plants is like a labor of love, so to speak. What do you think? Kind of like got rid of some of the, it felt like mushiness, I don't know, the black ones. And you know, maybe later on, I don't know how important this is, but maybe later on I do have like an old toothbrush, and sometimes I use it to clean in between the crevice. But I think it's going to be fine. Just want to make sure it doesn't rot. You see all the, I feel hopeful because it has all the growing eyes. You see all that? All the whites, the white markings is the growing eye. So I just wanted to downsize it a little bit. And get all the roots in there. Make it much smaller. Let's see what happens. Okay, now see where the growing eye is kind of showing a little bit. I don't know if it should be showing. Yeah, no, let me put it down a little bit more. Yeah, I think I need to get some of the leca pebbles so it can be deeper. Yeah, deeper in the pot, yeah. That way all of it can be covered. I mean, I don't know if it needs to be or not, but sometimes when you make plant decisions, guys, it's like your gut. You know, who knows? It's not really a wrong way or a right way. Everybody's methods are different because I think our environments is so different and such that we really don't have a choice but to, you know, do it differently. So I like this one because it does have the gauge, let you know when the water vessel is kind of dry. And I'm just going to use the same solution that I had. Let's see. Okay. And I don't know, I just think it looks a little bit more suitable in this. So that was satisfying, finally getting that done. You guys can't even imagine how long I've been waiting to do that. So that's just been a ugh. So anyway, let me clean up my mess. Another thing too, you guys always keep like a little bag hanging on one of the doors in here for my plant trash. Because every time, you know, if you go around the room, you take a look at things, you kind of like see leaves that may be yellowing, or leaves that's already fell off, or leaves that's dried and you need to clip and snip, and I kind of like just do that. But also too, you guys, if any one of you have this Homalomena selby and it is thriving in your home, you can shoot out some care tips. That would be great. I did a video, you know, and I did about the care on this. Just some things that I learned, and I do know that it does like a bit more humidity. So I don't know, do I need to bump up the humidity? Right now my humidifier in this room, you guys, is at a 40%. Now I could bump it up to a 50%, and maybe I will just do that just to test it out and see if that's the reason. But 40% seems to be fine so far for my other plants in here, particularly like my, I would say my begonias. And I don't have any problems really with my calatheas, my amaranthus that's in here as much. Not really too much of the crispiness of the leaves. So that's why I kind of didn't feel the need to actually bump it up a little bit. But maybe I need to. I mean, 50% is probably as far as I'm willing to go, because it can get really humid in here, and I don't want to have any form of like condensation building on the wall. So anyway, let's move on to the last one. I think, well, actually I may have two now that I think about it. Let me just do that with y'all. Yeah, before I get to the last chore that I wanted to do, let me show you. I'm going to show you this. So this is what happened when I pulled this thing out, you guys. The daggone root. I don't know if I'll be able to... yeah, I may have to get my... Yeah, I'm going to have to do this later, because what I need to do, you guys, is get the wire cutter and literally cut around and cut it free. And what I'll do is, because as you can see, I do have somewhat of roots, but I think because it snapped, you know what I'll do? I'm just going to sit this in water before I even pot it back up in the planter, or I can see how long the roots, because I didn't realize the roots really was growing deep in here. So yeah, that's a bummer, but I'll be able to. These were the baby leaves, so it's okay. But isn't it beautiful though? Man, I really love the red petioles. Very beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do this off camera, you guys, because I need to find actually my wire. Well, actually, do I need wire cutters? Let's see. Let me try this, because this is not really. Oh no. Okay, great. I just realized this isn't wire mesh, it's more of a plastic mesh. Let's see if I can free it without damaging the plant, so to speak. Yeah, I think I freed it. Okay, maybe the root system too. time I do a plant chore, it's always a plant casualty that usually come. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So, like you see, oh, that's cool. Okay, that's connected. I thought it was two. I thought it was two separate pieces, but this whole new beautiful red stem that you see actually grew from the side here. So that's interesting and fun. And the roots are very healthy looking, but I don't know if I should put it back in the pot. I don't think I'm gonna put it back in the pot. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick it in water first. That's what I'm gonna do. And then once the root system becomes a little bit more established, I may go ahead and put it right back in. This plant is also dusty too. One of the things I'm gonna do, you guys, is spray down my plants. Take them outside and spray them down when the weather breaks, when it gets warm, especially my ones that's climbing up. So anyway, okay, that's it. On to the next. Let's see. My last and final thing that I wanted to work on, you guys, was actually this Begonia Rex right here. And if you've been watching my channel, I did show you guys this plant earlier, and it was way fuller than this. And some of the leaves pretty much have done what you see right here. This is an example. It's just literally crisp and fell off. But it's still a beautiful plant. I still love the way that it looks. It's just that it has become somewhat, let's see, sparse a little bit in this area, you see. So what I think I'm going to do, I wanted to chop and propagate this. And, you know, guys, you watch my propagation of this plant, and it was very successful. It was very successful for me to do it in water, no, not water, in soil. It wasn't successful at all when I put it in water, at least for me. Y'all let me know if y'all have actually propagated a Rex Begonia and it worked well in water. So I'm going to stick with what works for me. So I have this like little pie shell top thing that I'm actually going to use for my propagation. And this has a little bit of water. I'm just going to fill it up with soil. And I really want to try to make it full. Fill in the gaps. The whole, yeah. So now I have this, and I'm using the same mixture. I figure with the dome it should be fine. I'm not going to use anything heavy or like more dense because I don't want it to rot. So definitely will do that. And let's see here. So I want to point out something if you haven't realized or noticed with your begonias, but you can always tell those older leaves because they don't look as, this is a new leaf. See how vibrant it is? You see the veination, it really pops, really pops out at you, so you know that this is a new leaf. Whereas this one, oh, it's also a vibrant one. Let's see. Whereas this one may not look as vibrant. Like the veination is not really out there. It's not pronounced. It's out. It's in there, but it's not as rich and dark and deep as this one. So you can always tell the older leaves. So what I'm going to do is because more than likely, as this plant continues going down this journey, it will, you know, the older leaves tend to dry up, crisp up, and then die off. So I might as well, before they actually do such, I'm going to sacrifice a couple of them in hopes of propagations. So let's see. And hopefully by me cutting these plants as well, it would encourage more growth and hopefully promote bushiness. This one, I don't know, feels a little funny. I'm going to cut it. Yeah. may do, let's see. Maybe one more, but which leaf should I sacrifice? I don't know. It's such a beautiful plant, you guys. If y'all not into begonias, you should get into them. They're not as hard as some are, some of them are, I think, a little bit more challenging than others. Like the dark cane one. My Begonia maculata seems to be is thriving for now, and I hope it continues to thrive. But I did have like one of those red cane ones, and it did not last long with me, guys. In a matter of months, that sucker was gone. It said adios, Pam, because it did not like me. So it kind of like really left. Let's see. I think I may do this one too. It started to get floppy. I just, and maybe that'll promote growth. Okay, so I'll just do the 3 leaves. But I gotta show you. It's like a cool, funky feature. Like, let's see. Like, you see this? I like that, I don't know. I'm weird like that. I like little weird things, little different. I love the begonia anyway because, these petioles is so beautifully, like, very red. It's just very beautiful plant. I mean, just look at that. It's on one side, though. But what I plan on doing, if it does work well, I will replant them in here to push out the growth right here. But isn't this cute, you guys? I don't even know if the camera will pick up on it. I love the baby ones. You see the baby? It's so cute. Okay, so let me put this down. So now we have this, and we have the leaves. So for the most part, I don't need the stem. I just need the leaf. And I'm just going to take the leaf itself and I'm going to cut it in half. Right down the middle. Yep. Cut all of them right in half, right down the middle line. Okay, so I believe, guys, in order for the propagation to actually take... Well, really, I take that back because I was able to propagate just using a corner of it. So you can actually cut it anywhere, I think, and it will take. And the reason why is because you see the venation in here. This is more or less some form of, I guess, a root system, but they root very easily. I can say, at least when I first did it, trying it this way, very easy. And you get a whole new plant with this. So, I wonder if I should put a little bit more soil. I think I should. Just a little bit more. Just so it can maintain some form of moisture and hold on to that moisture. So I'm basically taking this portion of it and I'm sticking it down into the soil. Why is it not? You just need to more or less just lay it in the soil. Yeah. Just need to lay it, but you need to make sure that this part is covered in the soil. That's the real key, the gist of it, because that's where the roots is actually going to start forming, from my experience anyway, from the tips. The tips of it, and it stays pretty warm in here. You want to make sure it has a lot of warmth. That's key too. The temperature is key. Very important. Keep in mind too, As with anything that you propagate, some will take, some may not. Although I have to admit, the first time I did this, it took very well. I don't know, I hope it don't root rot, because I've actually, well, I tried to do this with the cane begonias, not the Rex. So with the Begonia maculata, I think I tried one time before and it was not successful. It did not like being, it didn't like it, I put it like that. And so this, okay, so I stick it in here, you guys, and I just want to make sure it covers it a little bit. I mean, for the most part. And so now I'm going to actually spray it. You could probably pour water in here, and I don't know, it might make it a little bit too daggone wet. So just want to make sure it's nice and saturated. And then you can check your prop box maybe a day or so later to see if you see that condensation build up on the rim. You know it's really working, it's doing what it's supposed to do, and you can pretty much leave it alone. So I'm just going to put the top on here like this. And I will put it underneath my Sansi light, but I want to show y'all exactly what happened with the first time I did it. Give me a second. So the first time I did it, you guys, let me show you this, which is the propagation. This was the actual leaf for some reason, and the whole stem, I don't know if you can even see it. See that? It actually started from the leaf, and it's just grown into a beautiful plant. So if the propagation down here is successful, if all of them survive and they do well like I'm hoping that they will, I will probably put one in here on this side to fill it out here. But it is a beautiful plant, and I have it in a self-watering pot. And this vessel needs water. Yeah, it feels slightly damp, but yeah, I need to fill this up. So I'm gonna show you something real quick, you guys, and to wrap up the video, some things. So yeah, just hold on tight. Okay, guys. So really quick, I wanted to show you this beautiful. What is this? My Hoya Crimson Princess, because it's bloomed again, and it's a beautiful bloom, you guys. This bloom had this whole sunroom delightfully lit up in scent. Beautiful. This right here I wanted to show you real quick. This aloe, this is my second attempt, you guys, in trying to actually grow it successfully. The first time I got it, I was just overwatering it left and right to the point where it rotted out. And so now I'm not watering it enough, and now it's crisping up. Especially since I have it sitting here in this window right here. Even though we're not in the growing season, it is getting significantly a lot of light. So I'm going to have to be a little bit more mindful of watering that. And let me see. Last thing, you guys, before I head out, I wanted to share with you just this wall right here. Now, you guys may be actually looking at this and be like, "Dag, why do she have the curtain? It should be open." Well, in the winter time, you guys, you have no idea. It can get kind of brisk in here. I mean, I have my heating system in here, and I have an actual extra heating system. But the reason why I don't open up or have the curtains kind of removed is because I'm using it as a barrier. Believe it or not, you guys, the glass here can get really cold, and sometimes near the window it can be really drafty. So I need this as a barrier to protect these beautiful plant babies that you see here, and it's do well. It's my second winter in here, and they're getting a lot of light from here. So when the weather breaks and we start entering spring and summer, I usually change these curtains out, and then I definitely have the window open so the plants can enjoy and grow and thrive. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to wrap this video up. You guys, you let me know, do you like these kind of videos as far as doing planty chores? If so, show it by giving me the thumbs up. And just as a form of support, you guys, you can still give me your thumbs up. But that pretty much wrapped the video up, you guys. Keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do and you love listening to planty things, definitely subscribe. You know, give me those big thumbs up. Keep pushing them out. They really help my channel. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, guys, much love.